Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is savannahladell, and if you're returning, then welcome back. In today's video, I wanted to share with you guys my go-to fall soft glam look. This look is beginner friendly, and I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks that I've learned. So if you are interested in learning how to get this soft glam fall look, then keep on watching. Let's get started. So the first thing that I like to do is moisturize my face. So today I'm going to be using the Nicka Cosmetics Confidence in a Gel Lotion. This is really good if you're looking for hydration but you have more oily skin. So the next thing I'm going to do is use a primer. I am combination skin, so most of the time I do like to go for a primer that grips or that is mattifying. I'm feeling a little bit more on the dry side these days. Today I'm going to be using my Benefit Porefessional Hydrate Primer. And I like this primer because it still, you know, smooths out your skin, fills in your pores, but it's not mattifying like the other one is. My lips are feeling super dry, so I am going to put on some lip balm. And this is the MIZZI Cosmetics Lip Luxe Honey Kiss Lip Balm, and it is bomb, and it is vegan based. So if you guys want to try this out, make sure you watch my lip care video. If you haven't already, I will link it above. If you guys would like to purchase anything from them, I will have my affiliate link down below. The next thing I'm going to do is color correct. Now, you don't have to do this step if your skin is flawless and looks amazing, but I have hella hyperpigmentation, so we got to get rid of that. Typically, I have it around my mouth. I also have some old acne scars, and then I have terrible dark circles. I've had them my whole life, and it just is what it is. I like to use this LA Girl Pro Conceal High Definition Concealer. I don't think I'd ever see myself spending more than how much ever this one is, which is like $3 or $4, because this one works. That's just a little tip, because I know some of the higher end brands make them as well, and I'm not saying that they're not good, but girl, you want to pay $20 or $4, you know, the choice is yours. And then I also put it under my eyes. So that's another trick if you feel like if you have a lot of hyperpigmentation, if you have dark circles, definitely try color correcting. But I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out, and this is a new sponge that I have fallen in love with. It's from, I think I'm saying the brand right, Nicka K New York, and it's a brand that I only see in the beauty supply stores. Y'all, it was like $2 or $3. It's bomb. It has like the flat side, it has like the little pointy side so you can get right underneath your eye, and I love that it's not too hard but it's not too soft. It's like just right. It's super easy to clean. Okay, so now that that's done, I like to go into my foundation. It's one of their newest foundations from Smashbox. It is, I don't know the full name of it, but I'll have everything linked down below. It's full coverage, and it comes in a tube, and I actually made a sample for myself, and I found it and I was like, wait, I forgot that I really like this. I don't have the full product, but I will be purchasing it this weekend. This foundation is really, really good, especially if you have, I'd say, combination skin or oily skin and you're looking for something that is full coverage. This is definitely full coverage, and I like it because it's a happy medium to me. Like, it's not too liquidy and watery, and then it's not too mattifying. It's like just right. I feel like it has a nice grip to it, so your makeup will stay on all day. This is gonna cover it right up. I didn't have a lot there, but let's see. Covers it right up. But you can see it just completely took away those acne scars. I mean, you can still see them a little bit, but I'm gonna go in with another layer. So next step is powder. So for powder today, I'm going to be using this Becca Cosmetics, what is it called? Hydra Mist Set and Refresh Powder. Again, do what's best for you. For me, I don't really like to bake for too long at all, because then I'll have that white cast and it's just not cute. So I like to just dip my sponge into my powder, and then what I do is just go, like, I'm going to powder on the sides of my nose and underneath my eyes. And I literally will just press that powder right in with the sponge. And for me, that works. I don't have any creasing. It doesn't look cakey, but it is setting everything and it just makes it look smooth and flawless. Now if you get super duper oily, what you can do is just bake on like the sides of your nose. Okay, so now all my foundation is on and it looks amazing. I did about 2 layers and it got me to a really nice full coverage. Now I'm gonna contour my face. I'm gonna use a cream contour, and today it's gonna be the Fenty Beauty Match Stick in the shade Espresso. So when you're contouring your face, you definitely, the reason you're contouring is because you're trying to basically carve out your face, chisel it, make those cheekbones look a lot higher, like, you know, that's what we're going for. So a lot of mistakes a lot of people will make is they contour too low, which defeats the whole purpose of contouring. Contouring is to, again, carve out things, make things look smaller. What I like to do is start at the top of my ear, right here, and actually go a little bit above it. And instead of drawing like a long line down here, I'm just going to do, I'm gonna use the side of this product, and I'm gonna go a little bit above my ear so we look like we got those high cheekbones, and I'm just gonna do a small line. That's how I like to do it. Over the years, I've learned that is pretty much what works best for me. I actually have a really small forehead, especially when my edges are out, but I still like to do just a little something up there. You can take it a step further, and like if you have a little gobble gobble, you can bring it right underneath here, but sometimes that tends to be a little bit too much, so I'm not going to take it that far. I'm also going to use this sponge to blend out the contour, and I like to really take my time. You can also just use a brush, whatever works best for you, but today I'm going to use a sponge, and I like to pinch it a little bit and just take my time because I don't want it to get messy. So I just take my time and blend it out. Okay, so now that I'm done contouring my face, I like to then highlight and conceal. So today for concealer, I'm going to be using the Too Faced Born This Way concealer. This is in the shade Chestnut. A really cool trick that you can do, if you don't want to contour your nose, you can do kind of like a reverse contour and just use your concealer and come like right on the edge of your nose and drag it down like this. That's just an easy trick that you can use to contour your nose without, you know, actually contouring your nose. Everyone has a different face shape, so again, it's just all about finding what works best for you. Another thing I like to do is just come down here with my concealer, and I like to clean up that contour just in case there's any harsh lines or anything. This also further contours your face. You can also clean it up with powder, but honestly, I don't really like that technique unless you find a really good powder that works for you, because what I've noticed is when you set it with the powder and you leave it on for too long, it'll leave that line of demarcation with the powder. I've seen it so many times on myself and on other people, and it's just not flattering, so I just avoid it. But you know, do you, boo. Do what's best for you. So this is what I would consider like my concealer. So it's gonna cover up like my dark spots, my darkness, all that stuff. And I bought this Kylie concealer like when it first launched, and I ended up buying a shade that was way too bright for me, but I actually found use for it, and I use it as like more of like a highlight. So sometimes when I want a little bit of extra brightness under my eye, I'll just put a few lines of this under, and it just kind of mixes in, but it's not like too bright. And I'll even put a little bit on here. And then I am gonna highlight down the bridge of my nose. Now I'm just gonna blend everything out. Like so, like that. I am due for a new bronzer. This is my Kylie one. She is beat up. Like I don't even want to zoom in on her. I actually need your help because I am in the market for a new bronzer. I like to try new products. I'm thinking about getting the Fenty bronzer, but let me know in the comments down below what's a good bronzer for melanated skin. And I'm just using this Sigma Duo Fiber powder blush brush. I really just be using whatever's in front of me, so this is what I'm using. And I just like to warm up my skin a little bit, give it a little warmth, you know, bring some color back into the face. I like to just go in circular motions and drag the product upwards. I will take my bronzer and take it underneath because, you know, I kind of have a chubbier face, so this just kind of helps chisel my face a little bit, but nothing crazy. So I just kind of lightly dust underneath here, underneath my chin. And if you want to take it a step further, one trick that I like to do if your powder is looking a little too powdery, you can always take your little damp sponge and just go right over that powder. So then it just looks like skin. Bam, bam, bam. Okay, now for the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and zoom you guys in. This eye look is gonna be super duper easy. And today we're gonna be using the Anastasia Soft Glam palette. I highly recommend this palette if you're just into more neutral brown shades. This is like the perfect. Now my palette's been through some things. It's been beat up. Some of the shades have fallen out because I dropped this palette, but this palette is the truth. I love it. So this is what it looks like. And I'm going to use, I always use Morphe brushes. Morphe has the best affordable eye brushes in my opinion. I'm going to use that same Kylie concealer that is a little too light for me. And I'm just going to put some here, put some here. This, especially if you have melanated skin, sometimes colors don't show up as well on us. And this is going to help the colors show up, and it's also going to just help the eyeshadow stick. Okay, so I'm going to take this fluffy brush. This is the Morphe M573 brush, and I'm going to go into the Anastasia Soft Glam palette, and we're going to start off with the shade Burnt Orange right here. I'm just going to put this a little bit above my crease and on the outer part of my eye. And we're just gonna take our time and blend this in. And this is basically just our transition shade. So once we start adding other shades, if we ever need to blend something out, I'll just dip back into this and it'll help blend anything out. What I've learned with eyeshadow is really the key to getting a nice blended look is to just take your time, go in small circular motions. And another trick, some people hold their brushes up like this, but if you're doing that, you don't really have any control and you're gonna get a really harsh application. If you hold your brush a little bit further away, like this, you'll get more of a flawless, soft application. So that's just a little tip for you. Now I'm gonna go in with my Morphe M513 brush. This is another fluffy brush, but it's a little bit more tapered so you can get a little bit more precision with it. And then I'm going to go into this shade right here called Mulberry. And I'm just going to focus this on the outer part of my eye, and this is going to give us some dimension. Now to blend out any harsh lines, I'm going to go back in with our transition shade Burnt Orange right here using the same Morphe M513 brush. I'm just going to take a little bit of it and go right on top of Mulberry, where we just put on the outer part of the eyes. And you don't have to do this, but I like to do it just to blend out any harsh lines. And I just go over it really, really lightly because we're not trying to wash away the color, we're just trying to blend it out. I'm going to use the same Morphe M513 brush, and I'm going to go into Sienna right here. And I'm just going to focus Sienna basically in my crease very lightly. Now I'm going to take my Morphe M124 brush. It's just like a flat shader brush. I'm going to go into Sienna with this, and I'm going to basically put it all over my lid. and that pretty much will complete the look. This is super easy. I'm going to switch back over to the Morphe M573 brush, and I'm going to go back into our transition shade, which is burnt orange right here. And I'm just going to put just a little bit of it on the brush, just off the extra. And I'm just going to go right above my crease and in my outer part of my eye and just blend any harsh lines out very softly. That way it's just one. You can choose to use whatever eyeliner that you want, but sometimes when I don't want the eyeliner to be like too much and too harsh, I'll just use an eyeshadow, and this palette does have a black eyeshadow, which I love. So this is Noir, and I'm going to use this Anastasia brow brush. I think it's either number 12 or number 14, I'm not really sure, but I'm just going to use this angled brush, and I'm just going to dip a little bit of that black eyeshadow, and I'm just going to line my eyes and then do a little baby wing. The next thing I'm going to do is put something in my inner corner, and I am going to use my Morphe, what is this, M562 brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Bronze, and I'm just going to take a little bit of that because it does have quite a bit of shimmer and glitter in it. And I'm just going to put that right in my inner corner for a nice little pop. Okay, now it's time for lashes. So for lashes, I like to use these Ardell Wispies. These are the most basic lashes, but they are my go-to. The thinner the band, the easier it was for me. And these, also the style just looks flattering on me. I feel like some lashes can look a little like too much on me for my face. Like my eyes can't handle it. But these I feel like are very flattering. So these are just my go-to. I'm tripping, I need to do mascara. So for mascara, today I'm going to use my Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. And I just use this to prep my lashes with. Okay, so my camera ended up dying, so I didn't get to put my lashes on camera, but my lashes are on, and I did add some bottom mascara on my lower lash, which definitely helps. Next is blush, and I'm going to use my Morphe blush. This is the blush trio, and this is called Pop of Poppy, and it comes with these 3 beautiful shades. And I like to mix these two, these front two, and I'm going to use my Morphe M530 brush. And I do make my little kissy face. And I like to really just focus it on the top part of my cheeks. That way we keep everything, you know, elevated. Now I'm just going to take my sponge and I'm going to go right over that blush and just kind of blend it in. Now for highlight, I'm going to go in with this Fenty Beauty Killawatt Freestyle Highlighter. This is Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. It is broken a little bit because I dropped it. That is my fault. And it looks like this. First, I'm going to take this Morphe M562 brush, and I like to put a little highlight on the tip of my nose and then right at the top of the bridge of my nose right here. And I'm very particular with this, so just boom. I like to press that in a little bit and then go right there. And then whatever's left over, I'll just go put it right underneath my brow where the arch is supposed to be. I have pretty straight across brows. I don't really have an arch, but it just helps your brows look a little bit more lifted. Right at the top of the highest point of my cheekbone, basically. That's where you want to put your highlight. Definitely like to use my sponge for this because sometimes highlight can just kind of sit on the face and I hate that look. So I like to just lightly tap over it and it just helps it blend in together. Now moving on to lips, I'm going to use the KKW Beauty lip liner. This is in the shade Nude 3. This is like probably my favorite lip pencil at the moment. It's a really great formula and I think the shade is really great as well. And then I'm gonna go in with my Essence Shine 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 lip gloss, and behind the scenes it's originally a very clear lip gloss, but it mixes in with my lip liner, so I'm almost out. You guys can tell I love this gloss. And if you want, I did a lip gloss swatch of all the glosses I could get my hands on of the Essence Shine 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 lip gloss. So if you guys want to watch that video after this, I will link it above. It's one of my, it actually is the most watched video on my channel, which is crazy to me. Like when I did it, I did not think that it was gonna do so well, but it did, so. And then I just like to blend my lips together. And then if I see some of the lip liner is not blended out the way I want, I'll just take the brush and just kind of blend it the way that I want. This is a huge tip. If you want your lips to appear a little bit bigger and juicier, definitely line your lips with a lip liner that's a little bit darker than the lipstick, lip gloss, whatever you're gonna use is. It'll make your lips look bigger. And then also adding gloss to anything is just going to make your lips look juicy and nice and plump. All right, and the last thing that I'm gonna do is go ahead and set my makeup. I'm gonna use the Urban Decay All Nighter De-Slick Makeup Setting Spray. This is a longtime favorites of everyone. Not everyone, but a lot of people love this. So I like to give it a little shake, 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 and I hold it far enough away. Just close your eyes. All right, y'all, this is the final look. I hope that you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I hope that you took a few tips away from it. If you guys learned anything new today, please comment that down below. Let me know what else you guys want to see. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up. That way it gets pushed out to more people. And if you still haven't, what are you doing? If you made it this far, you need to stop what you're doing and hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to tap that bell as well so you never miss an upload from me. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.